Mirrors have always held a mystique, believed by many to be gateways to another world. But what if one of these mirrors didn't just reflect your image, but your soul? This is the terrifying story of a cursed mirror, and the chilling events it triggered when it was brought into the lives of an unsuspecting family. It started with a family moving into a grand old mansion in the countryside. The house had been empty for decades, but as soon as they stepped inside, they knew something was off. Among the dust and cobwebs, they found an antique mirror. It was beautifully framed, its surface pristine. Yet, there was an unsettling feeling about it, something the family couldn't shake. They decided to hang it in the living room, unaware that they had just invited a malevolent force into their home. At first, the mirror seemed harmless. It reflected the room as any mirror would. But soon, strange things began happening. The family would often hear soft whispers coming from the living room at night. When they went to investigate, they found the mirror had fogged up, but it was the strange markings on its surface that caught their attention. They were faint at first, but over time they became clearer. Symbols, strange, ancient symbols. It wasn't just the markings that were disturbing. One evening, the youngest daughter, Emily, stood in front of the mirror. As she gazed into its depths, something strange happened. Her reflection smiled back at her, but not the way she did. It was a sinister, mocking grin that didn't belong to her. Emily recoiled in terror, but the reflection didn't stop grinning. It only grew wider, more menacing. Then Emily saw something even worse, something that made her scream. A dark figure standing behind her in the mirror, just out of sight in the room. From that night forward, the family experienced more and more disturbing incidents. Shadows moved unnaturally in the corners of their eyes, and whispers turned into full-blown voices. The mirror began to grow darker, its reflection no longer matching the room it was in. It showed distorted versions of their home, empty, decayed, and overrun with shadows. Every time they looked into it, they felt like they were being pulled into the reflection, like something on the other side was waiting to drag them in. Desperate, the family contacted a local historian who revealed the terrifying truth about the mirror. It was known as the Mirror of Souls, an ancient relic once used in dark rituals. The mirror was said to trap the souls of those who gazed into it for too long, allowing the spirits to cross over into our world. The markings on the mirror were actually the souls of those who had been trapped in the reflection. And now, the family was in grave danger. The family knew they had to destroy the mirror before it was too late. They gathered all their courage and attempted a ritual to break the curse. But as they stood in front of the mirror, chanting the incantation, the reflection began to change. The dark figure that had haunted Emily appeared, reaching out from the mirror as if trying to pull her inside. The family was plunged into darkness, and they could feel icy fingers wrap around their throats as they fought to break the curse. In the end, they were able to destroy the mirror, but not without a cost. The house was left in ruins, and the family had to flee in the dead of night. The Mirror of Souls was gone, but the damage had already been done. Emily, now a grown woman, still has nightmares of the reflection that once haunted her. And sometimes, when she passes by an antique store, she can't help but glance at the mirrors displayed inside, wondering if the darkness is still out there, waiting for the next soul to trap. Remember, not all mirrors are meant to reflect the truth. Some, like the Mirror of Souls, are doors to a darkness that can never be escaped. The next time you see a mirror, ask yourself, are you really seeing your reflection, or is something else staring back?